This is Kristen Monroe. I'm a distinguished professor of political science at the University of California, Irvine. What I'd like to show you here is the result of a particular project that we had that grew out of a political science course I taught spring 2022 called the Politics and Ethics of Difference. The course started out basically with the idea that we look at differences and base discriminatory behavior on those, and why is it that we pick some kinds of differences as opposed to others. So what we talked about was the moral salience of difference. So we asked why society chooses skin color, or religion, or age, or ethnicity, or any of the other factors that we choose to treat people badly on the basis of those differences. Why not other factors such as musical ability or arrogance or anger? And that was one of the questions that we looked at. And the second question was whether or not empathy and involvement with other people, understanding them better, putting yourself in their place, will actually change the way you see people. This is one of the older ideas in ethics that argues that if you can put yourself in the place of another person, you'll understand what it's like for them and you'll be less likely to mistreat them then. The assignment that the students had to do for their final project were three. They could do an empathy interview with someone who was different in some way. A lot of people interviewed people who were older, since age is one of the top 4 discriminators in this country. Sometimes they interviewed someone who had ethnic differences or religious differences, transgender, a whole variety of differences. And they did an interview with that person and then talked about how that helped them understand what it might be like for that person. The second interview that they could do was on journals. They could keep track of what they actually felt and experienced as we went through the course and tried to talk about some of our own prejudices. And the third one was to survey some of the proposals that had been presented to try to increase tolerance in the country. The topic became more and more important as we went along because, of course, we've had an outbreak of incivility and a breakdown of a lot of the political norms that have governed the society and how we treat other people. And I thought it was very important, especially for young people, to realize that they're the ones that are going to have to change things in the world. It's up to them to decide what kind of world they want to live in, and if it's one where we treat people based on dignity and equality for all people, or whether or not we're going to say that some people are better than others because of differences that they're born with. And I was very proud of the students because they really rose to the task. They did some amazing interviews, and we wanted to share them with you as part of the Chancellor's Illuminations initiative that is sponsored every year. So rather than have one big meeting, we thought that what we would do was put something up on a website that can be there forever and that people can look at whenever they want to. And so this is our response to try to, in some ways, realize that the world of education itself is changing, partly as a result of COVID, partly of just other changes, but we've realized that we have to use more increased technology and more digital things and put videos up so that people can look at them as they want. So we're going to try to distribute this on the UCI Ethics Center website, but we'll also try to distribute it via some of the other forms of social media. So we hope you enjoy this. If you find it interesting, please be in touch with us. My email is krmonroe@uci.edu. We have a very exciting summer program that we do every summer where we mentor people. We do it digitally online now. And we have people all over the world for a month who come and work on a mentoring program in ethics, and we welcome you to join that if you're interested as well. So I hope that you enjoy this presentation, and I'm very proud of the students who did it, and I look forward to hearing from anyone who has any questions. Thanks.